So if you are looking to get a specific set of results, but you're not willing to implement and execute a strategy, then it's not going to work. All right. The next reason why your content strategy is probably not working for you. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Content for Brunch, okay? I hope that you are starving because per usual, I'm ready to serve you. Content for Brunch is the meal your marketing plan has been missing. So grab a plate, okay? Let's get into it.
What's for brunch? Content, turning profiles into profit. Strategies for baddies, captivating captioning. Hey, Coach Kayla, I'm open to suggestions. How can I turn my content into coin and connections? Profit projections. Content is key when you hiring me. And I teach you how to do it, but consistently. Stop satisfying followers you don't even got. Instead, focus on the people who follow you now. When I'm talking, it's cause I know what I'm talking about. And I create the type of content, keep my name in their mouth. They say content is king, but I say it's queen because women are the source of every damn thing. I talk big money, I got the nerve to do such. You're doing too little if you think I'm doing too much. If you don't know what to do and you're feeling too stuck, tune in to every episode.
Let's have content for brunch. Let's have content for brunch. Judy Drama, Judy Bang, same thing. Let's have content for brunch. Judy Drama next up. I'ma be yelling that shit till it's stuck. Content for Brunch, the podcast, now available on all platforms. So today we're going to get straight to it. To hell with the appetizer. Let's get straight into the main course, okay? You saw the title of this episode, so I'm sure you're here and you clicked it because something about your content strategy just isn't quite working for you, okay? And you needed to figure out how to fix it. So let's fix it. I'm going to share with you top 5 reasons. It could be a couple of others, but these are the top 5, and I'm pretty sure yours will fall somewhere in here. The top 5 reasons why your content strategy isn't working for you. All right. The number 1 reason, because you ain't. Your strategy ain't working for you because you ain't. Okay. There's no way around it. You got to do the work. Y'all have heard this before. Your mama said it. Your grandmama said it. Your big mama said it. Okay. I think this may even be somewhere in the Bible, which means the Lord has said it. Nothing will work unless you do. That is it. It is as simple as that. I don't care how many sticky notes you post on the wall, how many content calendars you download that y'all don't be opening anyway. Okay. I don't care. Unless you work, none of it will work. So if you are looking to get a specific set of results, but you're not willing to implement and execute a strategy, then it's not going to work. All right. The next reason why your content strategy is probably not working for you is that you treat it like a stepchild. It's an afterthought, right? You have delegated it to someone who is not an expert. Your VA, not an expert. Your personal assistant, not an expert. Your niece, who's good at making TikTok videos, not an expert. Let's go to brunch for a second. Y'all ever flag down the waiter or the busboy? The busboy, actually. Y'all ever flag down the busboy and asked to see something on the menu or asked to order something else or wanted to like get some advice on what something tasted like or something like that? Anytime you flag down the busboy for anything other than, hey, can you clear this table? What they go do? They call the waiter. Because what? Not an expert. So let's go to brunch for a second. When you're at brunch and you flag down the busboy for anything other than, hey, let me clear this table for you. If you're trying to order something else from the menu or you have a question about something, what does that busboy do? They say, hold up, wait a second. Let me go get the waiter. Why? Because the busboy ain't an expert. Okay. The next reason why your strategy probably isn't working for you is because you're just posting a couple of reels here and there, a little content, a little sprinkle in when you feel like it. And you're calling it a strategy because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're actually doing something. But that's not a strategy. Real strategies include measurable, practical goals that really outline how you are going to get to that goal, okay? How you're going to accomplish them. So strategy is not random. It is intentional. Okay, so what number are we on? 3. All right, so the third reason why your content strategy isn't working for you is you lack clarity. You are lost in the applesauce, okay? And this is because of a couple of things. You're probably doing too much comparing, and your vision is foggy. You're distracted. Hope I didn't step on any toes with that one. But if I did, well, just wear steel-toe boots next time you listen, okay? So you're probably a little distracted. It's hard to get to your destination if you are constantly in somebody else's lane. If you won't stay in your lane, how are you ever going to get there? You probably also haven't really taken the time to create authentic, clear messaging for your business. Keyword, you, okay? You've been comparing so much that subconsciously you've copied and pasted the strategies of someone else into your business. And that's why that strategy isn't working for your business. A lot of times when we lack clarity, it's because we aren't confident in who we are, who we serve, how we serve them. And so it's impossible to translate something online when we aren't clear and we haven't taken the steps to make sure we have identified those things offline. So as a result, you show up online lacking clarity and confidence because something that's not happening in real life cannot translate online. Okay. And then the fourth reason, I think we're on number 4, why your strategy isn't working is your ass ain't consistent. You don't have any systems in place, right? You don't know how to document and duplicate, rinse and repeat what works, right? And that's what helps you become consistent, right? Knowing what works and being able to rinse and repeat it. You probably jump ship before you actually give the plan time to work. Before you stick to it, you're probably saying, oh, well, that didn't work and it's only been 2 weeks, and now you're jumping to something else. And as a result, you're not consistent anymore. Consistency requires you to do the same old thing over and over again for a considerable amount of time until you see results. Okay. So let's talk about what life looks like on the other side of all these problems. All right. I ain't gonna just point out what your problems are without giving you some real strategies to fix them. So listen to me, CEO. Hear me out, entrepreneur. It's time. It is time. It's time for you to start prioritizing your content strategy for the success of your business and for the sanity of yourself. So I want to help you see life on the other side. So here are some of the top benefits that come with having a solid content strategy. All right. Y'all know I love alliteration, so I'm going to break this down into 3 S's. Solid storytelling. That's where you're going to get your clarity plus create a connection with your audience. Systems. That's where your consistency is going to come from. Your systems. Your sales. That's going to equal your cash. All right. So that's 3 S's and 3 C's. That's going to be the benefit of those. Okay. So let me break it down further. When your content includes and leverages storytelling, you are always clear on your messaging. You are not doubting who you're talking to, what you're talking to them about, and how that's going to help them get a result. When your messaging is consistent, you have brand clarity. And most importantly, this is how you create a connection with your audience. It is through storytelling. It is through the clarity in your messaging that comes from your story. Okay. So when you have a solid storytelling strategy in place, it really helps you create those connections, which ultimately leads to conversion within your audience. Okay. So let's move on to systems. When you have systems in place, this guarantees your consistency. The reason why you are having trouble with being consistent is because you don't have systems in place that keep you there. So no matter what happens, because life be lifing, it is inevitable, right? Your marketing plan does not stop just because something happened in your life. So having systems in place also can help you plan for things to come in advance, right? You don't have to wait until the, unthinkable has happened for you to be able to plan, right? Having systems in place help you become more prepared for the unexpected. This also means you ain't waking up every day or week to week scrambling about what to post. You have a schedule that outlines your marketing plan for at least 90 days ahead, at least a quarter, okay? Hey, you. Yes. I'm talking to you. I see you over there. I hear you over there taking in all of the strategy that's being served in this episode. Well, guess what? There is more where that came from. Yep. I want you to head on over to getmycontenttogether.com. And this is where you will find more resources and you can become a part of my community. That's getmycontenttogether.com. Oh, you need me to repeat it? You missed it? No worries. Getmycontenttogether.com. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Okay. Now let's get back to the show. And then the third S, which is sales. I want you to know that a solid content marketing strategy is the key to your sales. Did y'all hear me? A solid content marketing strategy is the key to your sales. And this is one of my favorite things to teach my clients because having systems in place really allows you to sell your offers more strategically. And that's why the systems comes before the sales. So say, for instance, you are preparing for a huge Black Friday or holiday sale. And so when you start to outline this plan for what this is going to look like within your business, you don't have to wait until a month before or the last minute to start executing how you're going to approach that sale and promoting it. Because you have systems in place, those systems have produced data. And now you can use that data of what worked and what didn't work to put together your strategy for this sale. So the systems actually help sell the offers, right? And this is so crucial because this makes launches smoother, right? When you document strategically, you can make better predictions about what to do next within your business. Listen, we all want smoother launches, okay? So I definitely highly recommend taking advantage of this strategy. And then also, this is going to ultimately help your lead generation. When you are telling a story consistently, it's going to generate leads, which ultimately leads to sales. And your sales is the cash. That's the coin. And we all want a little jingle coin in our pocket, okay? And last but certainly not least, when you have a content strategy, you get to have fun when creating the content. It becomes less of a dread and there's less overwhelm. And so you get to have more of your creative juices flowing, more input. It's more exciting to create because you don't have to worry about doing it at the last minute. You don't have to be confused about what type of content you're creating, right? And so you're just not overwhelmed by it across the board. So you show up differently. You have a little bit more fun while doing it, okay? Listen, what I'm saying is a lack of a content strategy is standing in between you and a business that thrives and a business that struggles to survive. A lack of content strategy is standing in between you having a business that thrives and a business that struggles to survive. Okay? So pick a side. All right. So while I let you marinate on that, I want you to slide in my DMs and let me know what's the biggest problem you're having right now as it relates to your content strategy. And when you do that, because you are a loyal listener who actually did your homework, I'm going to gift you a complimentary audit where I'm going to take a look at your content. I'm going to take a look at what you're doing online, and I'm going to give you some actionable steps to actually change things around and level up your content marketing strategy. So slide in my DMs and let me know what's the biggest thing you're struggling with as it relates to your content creation and content marketing strategy. All right. So until next time, I want you to remember to do the work to create the content that never leaves your audience starving. Okay? Whether it's 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 a.m., or midnight, it's always a good time for content for brunch. Now go serve it up. Bye, guys. Content for Brunch, the podcast, now available on all platforms.